the Broncos and Jaguars face off for the 14th time. Denver can even up the series at 7 apiece, or Jacksonville will win their 5th in the last 7 in the series. It's week 2, and it's next.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays. Anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a two-time Pro Bowler in his 6th season now, Dak Prescott.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 107 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On play action, Prescott. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led by their fourth-year quarterback out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
It was so interesting in the run-up to the draft to talk with different scouts. I got one to tell me that in his notes he wrote down, Mayfield, brash, happy-go-lucky, plays the same way, barely restrained improv act that frustrates opponents and sometimes his own coaches, but produces plenty of highlights. What do you think of that?
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play fake, Mayfield. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. It's caught, Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And again, it's Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. On the screen, this is Edmonds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Mayfield looks to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. This throw incomplete. Nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Fighting to stay upright. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And taken right on the 30. Dancing away at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Mayfield on 1st down. And that one complete once again to Higgins. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 1st down, Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, able to avoid him. Sheds off the tackle. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrated. Down on the...
Fighting through it, he's got space. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Second down, back to Fournette. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll find Harry on the right side.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Folk for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. This complete to Lockett. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and a few inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield on play action. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. T. Higgins was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Mayfield. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Jaguars. T. Higgins. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chase Edmonds from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, it's Prescott. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And now the throw taken in by Shark. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. And that's complete. It's Green here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Prescott. It's caught by Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Prescott. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Prescott. Catch is made by Harry. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And Folk's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit now for the Broncos as they get set here. And they have forced now 4 turnovers, Mr. Davis. How have they been so effective?
It's hard to get a read on them if you're on offense because they're coming from different angles, different formations, different looks. But bottom line is, if I'm the defensive coordinator, anything on my play sheet appears to be working right now. You point it out all the time when we call games. Once they get that first one, it becomes a frenzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's snowballed here in this one. Dewan Smoot with the tackle. Throwing, Mayfield. Left side complete to Lockett. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, what a move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. How about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Fournette, a first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And Folk's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Dwayne Smoot. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, You were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield looks to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Vic Fangio's thought about it, and he'll indeed throw the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Terrell Basham.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Mayfield to throw it. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he can't escape, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Prescott. Catch is made by Harry. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, look at the juke.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Darian Thompson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Being chased out left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Throwing, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. N'Keal Harry from 13 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that makes it a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll go right back to Andrews. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Mayfield down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a
touchdown. It's caught at the 1. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second down, here's Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott. He's going to air it out deep for Green. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting them to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. A shotgun give to Fournette. Shoves him aside. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 78 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Well, Leonard Fournette, not a guy to shy away from contact. He can lower the boom on you when he gets ahead of steam, and that was a heck of a run right there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Fournette able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. They run for it with Harris. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll go as a pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball. T. Higgins was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to go up top again. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville.
Let's go.
The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Prescott now. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott got his man. That's Harry. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. on 2nd and 11. Fournette running out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They looked pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared, and it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs, and I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard, and it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for Denver, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.